stone. Oh, but when I reach that ground, I'll share this peace of mind I found. I can feel it in my bones, but it's gonna take a little time for me to set that parking brake and let myself unwind. Shine that light on me.
Welcome to the Big Time Podcast, here for episode number 1. We got a guy who is big time in his own right, for sure. A big time human being. He served in the National Guard. He serves currently as a police officer. He's got a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. Mr. My good friend for a long time, Alex Torres. Alex,
Thanks
welcome.
for
man.
having me there, dude. I feel big time.
Big time,
I'm here.
son.
We're here. We made it. So
I appreciate you coming on, dude. How you feeling?
Thanks for
today?
having me.
You good?
Good. Not gonna lie, a little nervous. We're doing this first time, right?
First time.
So
Yeah.
a little different, but we're just shooting the shit, right?
Yeah. Well,
Shooting the shit.
and that's the thing. I think Rogan said it best. Is like the key to a good podcast is like if you just let it roll. Don't really care about how good it turns out. But yeah, we're just talking stuff, man. Don't worry about a damn thing. What are some podcasts that you do you like podcasts?
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, actually, like, you were the first person to get me into them. You were like, you
Are
gotta
you serious?
listen to this guy. Swear to God, you didn't know that? This is the first time.
Is this
knowing that?
is this to Joe Rogan?
Yeah, to Uncle Joe, dude. Yeah, when you were the first person, you're like, yeah, listen to this guy, whatever. And I look at the thing and it said like 2.5 hours. I'm like, I'm not fucking listening. This is ridiculous. Like, who's got time? But I mean, obviously, this stuff's a hit now. It's like it's insane. But yeah, I like him. Actually, listen to like just regular news, but in Spanish, just to kind of keep the the wheels turning.
Me
or
too.
I'll
dude.
forget.
Me too.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that Two Bears, One Cave, Your Mom's House,
Dude, funny
anything
stuff.
comedy.
Isn't it? It's like, especially in comedy, it's like anyone that has an audience has a podcast. It's like everyone's got one now. But I like podcasts because, one, it's fun to do. Now that I've done a couple or whatever. But I think the best podcasts are the ones like 10 minutes in, you just start feeling like you're there. Shooting the shit with these guys. So hopefully we can get into that REM flow state ourselves here. But listen, man, the Big Time Podcast, when I was putting this thing together, I'm a pro wrestling fan and I'll never deny that. Okay. I'm the 7-year-old that never grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Been the same since I've known you, buddy.
Yeah.
Ain't
shit changed.
Yeah.
But I'm also not just pro wrestling, man. I think I'm more of because I like MMA as well, as I know you do, and I like boxing. I'm more of the big fight feel fan.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
I love big fights and big time fights. When you got a story between two dudes that are going at it, there's a buzz in the room when you're watching it. Especially when you're in the corner of one guy and you're cheering for him or whatever. That big fight feel, man, is something I know you can relate to, and that's the premise of this podcast, man.
Oh, I love it. Okay, it makes sense. Big Time Podcast. Yeah, man. There's nothing like two dudes going at it.
Yeah.
And I mean, at least for me, MMA is like, these are the best of the best. These are the dudes you walk down the street, you're like, oh, this looks like a Joe Schmo. No, Joe Schmo will wreck you with his hands.
Yeah, son.
Like, your life will be over.
Yeah.
So seeing anybody at their highest level at anything, especially one-on-one sports and entertainment like that, it's the best. That's what it's about.
Yeah, and I definitely wanted to get into. Of course, it's going to be pro wrestling based, because everyone's good at something. And you're repping Dog Nation. I appreciate that.
Dog Nation, dude.
Shout out Dog Nation. But I want to do MMA and recap some old fights that I like and things of that nature. So this is not unlimited. It's just anyone big time. You're on, baby. I got Big Time, my good buddy Alex Torres here. Alex, I don't know if I've ever asked you this, man. Where exactly did you grow up? Where was your hometown, man?
So I grew up in Ponce, Puerto Rico. So it's like southern side of the island. You know, I mean, crazy lifestyle. So different. You know, I always say everyone that's an American citizen should live somewhere else. You know, just travel the world. It should be like a requirement, just so you appreciate everything that we have here so much more. You know, like my parents did everything. You know, they tried everything, and they gave me such a good life. And still, like, opportunity wise, you got to come over here. I mean, best country in the world, United States of America,
USA.
Sure. USA.
Yeah, I can relate to that. I mean, I've spent a couple weeks in the Dominican Republic for baseball and a vacation too, and it was a beautiful country. And I mean, some of the being on the ocean, man, just such blue water and such really nice people. But once you go off that resort and you see the different ways that people live in other areas of the world, you don't mind coming back to America. And I don't mean that in a condescending way. I just mean it makes you. I understand. It makes you relate to or appreciate what we have here.
Absolutely.
So you grew up there, and then you move into Catasauqua in what, 6th grade?
So I actually moved here when I was 8, but I moved to Newark, New Jersey first.
Okay.
So I lived there for about a year. Then we moved right across the river over to a smaller town named Harrison. Lived there for about another 2 years. I moved over to the Parkland like area, you know, Allentown, and then I moved to Caddy. So I moved around. We moved around a lot, you know. So, but Caddy's home for sure. I mean, you know that's where met so many people that just have been such a staple in my life growing up till now. Like, I'm a Rough Rider through and through.
Yeah, man, that's where we grew. That's where we met for the first time and grew up there. And I remember you just coming in with way more style than I was used to. I mean, certainly I didn't have no style. I had one pair of shoes for everything, whether that's going for a run or going to the grocery store. One pair. You had it going on, and you know, we grow up together. We go to high school. We bond so much through baseball. I know that was like. Something we could work hard at, and a motivation, especially for me at least, and I know for you as well. But you always had something different in your mind, and you go ahead and you join the National Guard. Did you join in high school?
So I joined my first semester of college, actually.
Okay.
So I always wanted to go to Penn State. Wasn't in the cards. The money wasn't there. So went to Penn State Lehigh Valley.
I remember that.
You remember those times?
Hell yeah!
It was right next to DeSales, so I'd be like, you know, get done my shift at McDonald's. Like, yo, Randy, what are you doing, dude?
Nothing.
Like, you know, just nothing. Just pounding some hams out here with the boys.
Ham Special Light.
You want to come over? I'm like, fuck yeah,
Special Light for life. What's up,
dude? Oh my god, dude, that was the first thing. You're like, dude, you know what a Ham's Light is? I'm like. No, I know Natty. It was like, no, this shit's on Natty.
This beer is 42 cents.
It's disgusting. We were drinking piss water, dude.
The best memory I have of that year is we watched together Derek Jeter's last game, and when he walked off, that was in my little freshman dorm room.
That was awesome. We ran through those halls like, you know, that Derek Jeter's the GOAT. That's a captain, dude. That was awesome. Yeah, that was an awesome moment there. So
what was it that kind of pushed you in the National Guard or the service direction?
So I had a goal of like just getting into some sort of law enforcement. Really, it was really just getting through college. I was taking everything like step by step, you know. So working 2 jobs at the time at Penn State Lehigh Valley, and still it was like $18K a year. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
going to like a satellite campus is ridiculous. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like this tuition is gonna be nuts. So I'm actually on the shitter at home. True story. Actually on the shitter. Get a call from this guy. He's like, "Hey man, Army National Guard. You ever thought about blowing some shit up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I play Call of Duty. Like, I'm down." you know, and people will talk shit on this, but this is exactly how
It
a
worked.
lot of people got in,
Hell yeah.
you know, and they're like, yeah, we'll pay for your college. We'll get you through it. And I was like, man, I need to change things up. I was so tired of being home. Like, you know, at the time too, like all my friends, all our friends, everyone had done something big. They had gone out of town, done something else. And I was like, I got to get out of here. I gotta do something to grow up. So I was like, hell yeah, you're going to pay for my college. You're going to, you know, get me some discipline. I'm going to get to blow some shit up. Sign me up. And then a fucking few months later, I was out, man.
That's wild. That's
Yeah.
wild. I've never heard that. And it's funny. Like, I remember Post Malone was doing the interview, and they're like, how did you start playing the guitar? He was like, Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
Like,
legit.
However it gets you into something. And speaking of getting somebody into something, now look, yes, this is the Big Time podcast, and it's more than pro wrestling, but especially this episode, and some episodes I'll do as well. I'll recap some modern day stuff, whatever, and go back to my favorite things. But what we're going to do today and tonight on this episode too is we're going to go back and I'm going to show Alex a wrestling match of my choosing. And I just want to get your live reactions of what you're viewing. Dude.
Oh, boy.
And what I don't want you to do is feel like you got to hold anything back, feel like you're going to hurt my fandom feelings, you know, of my pro wrestling world. None of that, dude. Let it roll, because I think being a wrestling podcaster a little bit and watching a bunch of wrestling podcasts and being involved with it a little bit, I think us as smart marks, we call it, because we know what's going on, and we have an opinion about it. We're analyzing things. We know how things should happen. We lose what it is about the art of pro wrestling that we all love so much. Is it's two dudes going out there that are not going to hurt each other, but they're going to try their best to make it seem like they're hurting each other and make everything else they're doing look so real to the point where you start to believe in it and you get on someone's side and you hate another guy. That is the art of wrestling. So that's where you come in, and I appreciate you coming and doing this. I want your live reaction. So anything you're feeling or thinking, let it roll, dude.
Oh, I'll be honest. Be honest. Let's see what we got going here.
And who knows, man? Maybe I can be successful in my journey and make you a fan and continue to watch it. Maybe we'll see. But I still want to keep going with you and your story, man. So, you know, you go to the National Guard, you go to Westchester, you start. What was like your driving force in the field or the degree that you pursued? Because now you are an active police officer right near where we grew up. So, I mean, that's a huge accomplishment for you. What shaped you in a way to go that route?
So, when I was going to Pennsylvania High Valley, I was pursuing more forensic science degree. That was kind of where I was looking. I always like science. I always like, you know, but I was also interested in the criminal justice field. So I was like, oh.
And then you watched Cops.
I watched Cops. One. A lot of things went into it, actually.
No, I'm just
you watch Cops, right? I got into the military, so a lot of like the discipline stuff, like, you know, policing is a lot of like paramilitary rank structure, stuff like that. I was really, really into the Army. You know, still am. That's, you know, best decision I ever made. But I got out with that like rank structure type deal, and I was like, all right, what can I do that's similar to this? What can I do and help people and just put some of the skills that I've gotten to use here outside of it and kind of mesh things together. And that's kind of how it happened. And also, you know, to solidify it, dude, End of Watch. I don't know if you've seen that movie. If people haven't seen that movie, I mean, if you're a cop fan or not, like, that's one of the best movies ever made.
It's funny you talk so much about stuff like that, because I think that's especially us still being pretty young, that's like how we form our opinions. And like,
yeah, man,
like my brother drove me to school sometimes in middle school in a black Honda Civic. What do I drive now? A black Honda Civic, just because like I thought he was cool when he was driving it. I want to be cool too. Like, you know, 20 years later, that's what you do. My uncle drove me around in a white Ford F-150 truck. I want one. It's like that's just how things happen, man. So I can relate to that, and I mean, those are huge accomplishments for you. I know us in our friend group, we all look up to you.
I appreciate it.
And I'm putting you over big time right now. I hope you appreciate that,
dude. I appreciate you so much.
But I'm not
back.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, like, we grew up and we had some good people in our lives, but some people have like those role models. You know what I mean? Like in their lives, like, well, I want to be like so and so, my uncle, my so and so. This, like, I think a lot of us like lack that, and that's when like the world of like media, this stuff, like TV shows, everything. That's what makes people who maybe lack a role model have someone to look up to and like, pursue stuff like that. So I think that's part of it. I think that's a lot of us are where we are because of the TV.
Right.
It's crazy.
Right. And speaking of big time, dude, early next year, February, getting married, man. Congratulations to you and the wifey. Dude, that's big time too. I had to throw that in there.
Yeah, I'm really excited, man. She's actually, like, I wouldn't even gotten into Westchester because, I got into Westchester after. Like, I got my acceptance letter for Westchester while I was still in basic training in Oklahoma. And it was because she filled out the whole application for me and everything. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't be where I am without her. So pretty excited. She's gonna tighten the noose on me, make sure I don't go anywhere, and that's it.
Strap you up. Yeah. Strap you up. And speaking of strapping you up, you got strapped up the other day. I witnessed it live. You got awarded your blue belt in jiu-jitsu, dude. That's big time. Congratulations.
Appreciate it, man.
Tell me about some things in jiu-jitsu, man. Like, dude, what is it about jiu-jitsu that is such a – and I've never done it, but just from studying it from what I have, why is it such a metaphor for life?
Dude, because you think you get good at it and there's always more to learn. You know, you're not. You think, oh, I'm like, I choked this dude out or tapped this dude, and there's always someone bigger and badder. And I won't say I'm the all the time practitioner. Like, I do it at least twice a week. Hot weeks I'll go 3-4 times. My schedule is real messed up, so that's when the hours don't work out for stuff in class. But man, what an awesome journey it was. I started because of the job. I got into the job, and we always used to box and grapple. Yeah. In the backyard and stuff like that. My dad always taught me, how to work with my hands, but you can't really box someone on the street, and not get in trouble for it. Right. When it comes to the job. Jiu-jitsu fills in that gap, where you can train for something, real world scenario, put them down, lock them up. They don't get hurt. You don't get hurt. Bad guy goes to jail, or you help someone that maybe is going through some sort of mental health issue at the time. And it works, man. Yeah, it works. It's awesome.
Yeah, and I think, I've heard Rogan speak about it. When he was awarded his black belt, there's a video there by Eddie Bravo. And Joe said he thinks jiu-jitsu makes him a better man because there's no falseness in it. There's no way. I think he said that there's a lot of people that walk around this earth trying to portray something or trying to hide something or trying to be something that they're not. In jiu-jitsu, you can't do that. You either are or you're not, and if you're not, it's okay, work towards it. Things like that. And he said, that just makes him a better man and all that sort of thing. And speaking of trying to make you a better man and convert you into the world of professional wrestling.
Oh, boy.
And better man and pro wrestling, I don't know if that's ever been in the same sentence. But what I'm going to do, dude, and the match I picked for you, it's maybe my favorite wrestling match of all time. And it's certainly the match that I pick. Like, when my little sister was like, hey, can I watch wrestling? I showed her this match because I'm a terrible influence. So if you're a wrestling fan, you know what I'm talking about. We're going to flash it back to 2001, WrestleMania 17. It's for the World Wrestling Federation. We're in Houston, Texas, at the Astrodome in front of 67,925 fans. Yes, this is the three-way tables, ladders, and chairs TLC match for the World Tag Team Championships. We got Edge and Christian versus the Dudley Boys, who are, right out of ECW at this point, but certainly made their name here in the WWF as well. And then, of course, my dudes from when I was young, the Hardy Boys, Jeff and Matt Hardy.
Heck yeah.
Alex, are there any names there that you recognize? I mean, we got the Dudley Boys, we got Hardys.
The Hardys, man. The Hardys. Those dudes were never on the floor. That's all I remember when I was younger, like, pre-2006, like, those guys were never on the floor.
Yeah, they're just going for it.
High-flying, smashing into somebody, always at the top of a ladder. Something crazy's always happening. So.
Well, you hit the nail on the head here. That's exactly what we're going to get. This is a car crash of a match, dude. So,
hell yeah.
Big time subscribers, the big time listeners, guys, we're at 1 hour, 51 minutes, and 40 seconds on the old Peacock. So go ahead and pause us, get queued up there. 1 hour, 51 seconds, and 1 hour, 51 minutes, 40 seconds. I'm so excited I can't hold it in. Alex, how many pro wrestling matches have you watched in your life? Count them on a hand? Count it on a single hand?
Probably count them on a hand or
That's
something.
Exactly what we want.
Yeah.
Alex, let your mouth go, dude. Anything you want to say, any kind of joke you want to crack, it's all you, dude. This is for you. If you're ready, I'm ready.
I'm ready. Let's get it going.
1 hour, 51 minutes, 40 seconds. Mania 17, 2001, the TLC. Are you ready?
Let's get it going,
3,
baby.
2, 1, play. All right. So here we are. We're at the Astrodome. We're getting that shot of the arena.
You're seeing what I'm seeing, right?
I'm hoping
down.
So. Unless you're on pornography.
No. They're showing right now.
Okay.
Dudley Boys, Hardy Boys, Edge, and Christian. Oh, Edge. I remember that freaky motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Edge is still wrestling. And so is Jeff and Matt.
For real.
Jeff and Matt are still wrestling. Christian's still wrestling. Bubba Ray Dudley still wrestles. They all wrestle besides Devon.
Jeez.
Who is the black gentleman from the Dudley Boys.
How do you keep doing this shit for so long, man?
So, Alex, what do you think, first off, of the arena? I mean, look at the magnitude here.
Insane. The fact that this many people are here blows my mind.
Isn't it crazy?
Because, obviously not a huge, wrestling guy. So I know. And, I don't want any of your listeners to fight me or, they could DM me or whatever. But, I know, we all know this shit's fake. So, the fact that many people come to see a show knowing that it's fake is fucking insane to me. But we're ready to get it going.
Yeah, Alex dropping the F word twice there. The old fake word. Man, that's just like a stake right in my heart. No. It's choreographed. Now look at the big reaction for the Hardys. Look at this.
Hell yeah.
Now, Alex, just so you know, the key to this match, it's not a normal match where there's a pinfall or a 1, 2, 3 or a submission. The key to this match to win is to set up a ladder and climb the ladder and grab the tag team straps, and you'll become the champion. So that is the point of the contest here.
Hell yeah. All right. Dude, which one's which? So this one I never remember. I could never figure out.
So the guy in the red hair was my guy. That's Jeff Hardy. He's one of my favorites of all time. And then his brother, Matt Hardy, has black hair.
Cool.
Almost 70,000 people there at the Astrodome. And this is, in a lot of people's minds, the best WrestleMania ever put on.
That's sick. What year is this?
This is in 2001. This is WrestleMania 17. This card, I think, formulated an idea in my mind. Anytime I watch the UFC or boxing and I watch a full card, I want the card to replicate this. I mean, the first contest of the night, it was a hot start, a great match. And they had continued good stories throughout the card. And then we get this car crash of a match here, and then the main event was Austin versus The Rock, and a great story. So this card had everything for me, and for a lot of us as wrestling fans. So we see Edge and Christian come into the ring, and now we're just waiting on the Dudleys.
Look at these guys; they're physical specimens, though. I mean, that ain't fake. You know what I mean? That's a lot of hard work right there.
Yeah, and to be able to do, I mean, these guys, this is like their Super Bowl, right? and they do this on Sunday night. Guess what they do Monday?
They drink.
No, they wrestle on Monday Night Raw. Like
that's ridiculous. When do you get the party?
You got tonight, and then that's it.
That's it. Holy shit!
So these guys are going for it, basically working 300 and something days a year doing this. So yeah, it's a crazy business to be in. Now here come the Dudleys. Now the Dudleys have like 17 siblings because the Big Dudley and Mama Dudley were sleeping with it was a big incest family.
Oh shit!
In storyline. So sometimes when Bubba speaks, he stutters.
Like for real? Like
no.
I was like, damn, look at them. They're really killing it, huh?
It's just sometimes when Bubba says his name, it's more like Bubba. This is hilarious, man. This is what this podcast is going to be all about, man. Sitting you down and making you watch this, and your fiance's there. Like, what are y'all two doing?
She left. I don't know. She'll be back. She'll be back.
Oh, she already left you?
She needs to watch this. I'll turn up the volume a little bit. Oh, fuck. Yo, it got crazy real quick. Who's on whose team?
Now, make sure, Alex, you have the volume all the way down because our listeners are going to be, when we hit play, they should hit play too. Hopefully they did.
All right. This thing might pick it up, yeah. Bam.
So here we go. So it's every man for themselves. We got Bubba Ray in the corner, and the Hardys already teeing up a spot.
Yeet. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, the tabletop. Oh, dude.
Jeff getting his stuff in. And Jeff at this point has certainly made his mark as like, you'll never know what he's going to do. And even you alluded to that,
Yeah, dude, I remember it.
You pulled into your childhood memory of what the Hardy Boys were like.
Heck yeah.
And this is a match that I think this is the perfect match for someone that's never really watched this stuff to go ahead. And I think if you have a pulse, you should get some sort of enjoyment from watching this shit.
Dude, it's complete chaos right now. I mean, see, this is where like you could break your neck right here.
You and Megan, do you and Megan ever hit this spot right here?
Right here? No, not into that, but I'm into a lot of other shit, so who knows?
Yeah, don't knock it until you try it, I guess.
Exactly.
Jeff getting face planted.
That's a sick cut, though. Sick haircut.
I ask for that every time. They never give it to me.
You got to find yourself a Puerto Rican guy, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Edge setting up the ladder. So what's going on, man? In Emmaus, right? That's where you're residing now.
Yeah. It's awesome. A lot of breweries. So I can't complain on the days off. Holy shit! Look at that. If I keep, stopping to be like, what the fuck's going on?
That's what it's all about.
Sorry, this is nuts.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, no, it's everything's good over here, man. Doing this, it's training, work like 12-hour shifts, so pretty much like your days. Oh fuck, your days kind of
nice bump
shot.
By Edge. Yeah,
that's called a bump. What do you?
Yeah. So any.
You just bump.
anytime a wrestler falls down,
all right,
that's a bump.
That's a bump.
That's a bump.
Okay. So you got to teach me the terminology. I might not be allowed to come back. So
that's why when sometimes we watch UFC fights, like maybe Sean O'Malley's fighting Peter Yan, and I'm at your house, and Sean cracks Peter, and Yan takes a bump. Like he gets struck.
Oh, okay. He takes a bump. Okay.
Same thing, son.
Yeah. Oh, they're all. This is this type of shit I remember them doing. This is all I remember.
Yep.
Okay. Who's gonna die here? Somebody. Boom. Crazy.
Nice. And dude, and this is something that I miss. And anyone that's a wrestling fan always says that. Watch the spots, but watch the lightning bolts. Or I'm sorry, the flashes from the at home the old style cameras. I mean, any big spot like we'll see here, he's gonna do the what's up. Everyone will take a picture. Watch. Look at this. Me and
look at that.
This is
Ain't
me
that
and
neat?
me and Kate's move right here. Look.
Fontes didn't even reach up, dude.
Nice sell job by Edge.
Oh shit! You gotta sell it. That's the name of the game, son.
Now, Alex, what do you think Bubba Ray Dudley's saying right here?
Oof, that's tough. I kind of missed it. I'm not gonna lie.
He said,
"Go get that table."
There it is. That's exactly what he said.
That's what you go.
I was trying to think of a guy from Catasauqua we could make fun of.
Oh man, dude. I don't want to make some enemies.
Me neither. We're good.
No, we're good. They know who they are.
We love them.
Yeah.
And now we got the Dudley boys getting out the hardwood, bringing some wood into the ring.
Damn. See, now these tables, like, are they just the same kind of tables like we bring to a party? Like, I've always wondered that. Or are they...
Here we go, big table spot. Bang.
Snaps right in half.
So they're gimmick tables. They get them from Tables R Us.
Tables R Us. Okay.
Yeah. No, they're real tables. Now they
crazy.
Some have been known to, I guess they work them a little bit and they kind of split them down the middle a little bit. But most of them I think are just like real tables. Like if you don't really go for it, you're not going to go through. And that's happened plenty of times where guys are supposed to go through the table and they don't. And it actually ends up really hurting. It could really hurt the wrestler, because sometimes the table's there to break your fall more so. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Well, some of these thick boys, like, I don't know if the Dudley boys could lay on a table unless it's sturdy and real.
Well, sometimes they go to Thick Boy R Us. They get them from there.
Oh, Thick Boy R Us.
Yeah.
Shout out Brendan Shaw.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
that's a lot of people got a lot of hate for him, but I like his podcast. I like his stuff.
I think he's funny as shit.
Me too.
Man. And like during COVID, I got into mountain biking for a little bit. Horrible idea. Split my shin like from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Bad idea. But he's into mountain biking and stuff. So at the time, I was like, "Damn, thick boys can bike." He's an inspiration too.
Brendan Schaub, a good heavyweight fighter in his own right.
He was,
dude. Who's big time in your life right now? Who's some big time people you want to shout out? This is your time, man. Alex Torres here on the Big Time Podcast, episode number 1.
Big time people, man. Dude. Obviously, the wife, super excited. She's here. Also, my co-producer.
The OG.
She's through thick and thin. She's been awesome. I love her. My little brother, my dad, my mother. They know. Everyone that cares about them, hopefully they know. And if they don't know, well, you know what?
Tell them to listen. Tell them to listen.
Listen up.
Shout out to Andrew.
Dude, he's gotten fucking jacked. You see him?
I saw him. I got like a little petrified. I said, "Don't hurt me."
He is a thickening himself, man.
So we just watched all 6 of these guys take bumps, and now we got everyone down in the ring, out the ring. There's ladders, there's tables. And we've only just started here. We're going to pick it up pretty quick.
All right. Another question I got.
Yep.
These refs.
Yeah.
Do they have like any actual like safety job? Or are they there to like, hey, you won? That's
a great question. And I don't think a lot of people know. I don't even know everything that goes into the referee's job, but there's a lot to it. One, they have to be the referee, right? They have to make the counts and all that sort of thing. But they also need to know how long the matches are supposed to go. So if you're slotted 20 minutes, you got to start telling the guys in the ring working, hey, let's start taking it home here. We're almost cut off.
Okay.
They're that, and then
who's this fucking guy?
Spike Dudley, one of the brothers of the Dudley boys.
Oh shit! He definitely looks like he's part of the clan.
Hitting his big drop. I forget exactly what it was called. Big bump through the table from Spike and Christian.
That's nuts.
But yeah, as you can see, the ref right there, he's playing the part of a referee, making sure, but also making sure they're okay for real.
Okay. Yeah, I guess
we'll see a big replay of Spike Dudley.
Bam! That was pretty fucking savage. Like, I'd break my tailbone.
And now we got Rhino. So we had the brother of the Dudleys in. Now we have Rhino. He's like Edge and Christian's partner. Not in the match, but we're getting interference from all sides here. Rhino taking out the Dudleys. He's got one guy left.
Right through the fucking table, dude.
Big table spot. Rhino with the gore through the hardwood, setting up the ladder. Now, look at how he's telling Edge to get up there. Kind of heelish, kind of bad guy like. He's like already cheating to win, setting up the ladder for him. Yada yada.
Whoa! These things are bouncing. Who's bouncing in there?
I'm bouncing. That's what you call roll tide right there.
Oh shit! She pieced him up. Wait, I think I remember her.
That would be Lita.
Spike
Dudley to the rescue.
Whose team is she on again?
She's with the Hardy Boys.
Oh, all right.
Nice Hurricane Rana from Lita. Nice thong as well. I had to say it.
You had to say it.
Big chair shot from Spike.
No!
Watch the nuts.
No way that doesn't hurt. I don't care. I don't care how tight your pants are.
Yeah. Mama didn't tighten those pants enough. Now look at Lita. Dudley's trying to take out Rhino here. Get him out of the equation. The Dudleyville device. And it's funny.
Now
go ahead.
You as, an experienced guy, analyst, this is entertainment.
Don't have to be an analyst for that one.
Don't have to be an analyst for that.
Nice.
Damn, dude.
3D to poor Lita.
Equal rights, equal lefts, you know what I'm saying? So do you know kind of who's going to win when you see like a new match like this? Like, do you kind of have pictured it in your head? It's like this storyline won't make sense if these guys lose. You know what I mean?
Sometimes, but I think, and that's a great question, and that's the point of this podcast, man. It makes the big fight feel when you don't know. You think the company's going to go one way, but you really don't know, and and that's the art, and that's why I still love wrestling. Is like there's some times where you really don't know where they're going to go, and you're just making like a assumption, or you're trying to guess what they're going to do, and sometimes they swerve you, sometimes they don't. That's why I love it. But yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing as some really good UFC fights. You really don't know who's going to win.
Right.
Now we got Jeff Hardy setting up that ladder. Now that ladder's on the outside of the ring, and it's the same size as the ladders in the ring. So that's got to be like a 20-foot ladder.
Don't tell me he's gonna jump. He's gonna do it.
Look at the
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god! Oh my god, dude!
Look at your face.
That's fucking real, dude. That's fucking
real. Big time listeners. Alex is not a wrestling fan. Look at him.
Wow, look at that shit. Holy fuck. He busted his elbow for real. He had to have.
Well, what was that?
Look at that. Boom!
That was a bump right there.
That's a bump. That's a bump.
I'm going to get you that shirt.
My line of work, someone says they did a bump. I'm like, buddy.
Pull over.
Right to jail. Can't do that.
Can't do that. Now, for real, that knocked Spike's 2 front teeth out of his mouth.
Oh, get out.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. I mean, and they get up and they get back up on that ladder. Nah, these people don't get paid enough.
Now we got Devon Dudley, Christian.
Oh, what's going to happen here?
Fighting for the title belts. Now, for real as well, the black gentleman, Devon Dudley, he's deathly afraid of heights. For real.
Dude, I feel him. Fuck that shit, dude. No way. You can't catch me up on that ladder like that. That's ridiculous.
Vince is just like, Devon, get up there. God damn it.
Oh, no. Yo, he slammed his head on the... Damn.
Can Christian hold on?
No. So is there like a carabiner? Like you get it off or like...
Right. There's right here, you just have to unstrap the belt and it'll come down.
All right. These Hardy guys. Oh, Jesus Lord Almighty. Oh, no. That wasn't planned. No. All right. Okay, good.
Now you're right. Jeff messed up that spot.
Okay.
He was trying to tightrope his way to the belts. Messed up a little.
Is a spot like a little snippet of like what you're supposed to do
exactly
for the next day. Okay, all right,
exactly.
See, right here, this is where I'm like, how didn't he win? Why aren't the belts falling? Like, what's this man got to do?
He's got to just grab them and unstrap them, and they'll fall. But he can't do that. Now look at now.
No way. He's
everyone,
not going to do that. He did it. Oh my Lord!
From a 20-foot ladder, the spear from Edge onto Jeff Hardy, straight to the canvas. Look at the crowd.
These guys are concussed. They have to be. You don't just do this, dude.
Now the crowd's never seen anything like that. Look at
For
this
the love of the game.
Look at this replay.
Look at the flashes. That's what we don't have that anymore, huh?
No.
Bam. Boom. That's neat.
Straight to the canvas.
Oh, look at the crowd. Yeah!
Huge spot. Now we got the Dudleys. We got Bubba and Matt going for the belts. Here comes Rhino. Not even in the match. Oh, Jesus.
No, Randall, this is the craziest shit I've seen, dude. What the fuck, dude?
From the ladder,
oh
through 4
my
tables.
God.
Bubba's KO'd. Bubba looks like he just took a head kick from Mirko Krokop. Look at him.
You know what's more impressive, actually? Let's say you get through all that, right? Now, I'm thinking to myself, there's no way I'm not on the ground like, fuck, my fucking elbow, whatever. Like, they gotta act like they're out when they're not out, just for,
yeah,
I'm guessing, like, for the timing of it.
Yeah.
I'd be rolling over being like, nah, get me out.
Again, when that's done right, they should be selling, but not really hurt. But you look at that and you're like, oh my God, how crazy. Okay, now we got Devon trying to get up and Edge pulling him down by his pants. And now Rhino takes Christian from the other side.
Did he win?
They grab the belts.
Did he win?
Classic bad guy heel stuff. Christian and Edge, your tag team champions.
Nuts.
Alex, what'd you think?
That was an experience, buddy. I'll do it again. We could keep it going. Jeez, what athletes, man. I mean, now that I know that, I don't want your audience getting mad at me. Like, I want to come back. The F word is out of the,
Okay, all right.
This shit's as real as it gets. Yeah.
We appreciate that.
This choreography is nuts. These guys are athletes. The fact that they can't party and get, smashed potatoes to, like, drink away the pain because they got to wrestle the next day is unreal. Like,
well, and that's, someone has a sign in the crowd. It just says hog.
Hog.
That's why a lot of these poor guys get addicted to pain medicine and they're doing steroids to try to recover. And yeah, it's a tough line of work. And these guys are leaving the ring and they know that they executed everything they could. Alex, what was your favorite spot of that match?
I know what that means now.
You do?
Yeah. All right. So I still got to go back to, which one was it? Jeff Hardy with the big ass ladder outside of the ring
with
first
that swanton bomb. First swanton bomb.
What's it called?
The swanton bomb.
The swanton bomb.
The swanton bomb. I do it when I wake up every morning.
The swanton bomb. It's fucking nuts. Insane.
Now
that was the craziest thing.
The Wrestling Observer, which is like a big time wrestling world dirt sheet type thing. Mm-hmm. The highest you can get for a match is 5 stars. That one got 4.75 stars, so a very high rating from Dave Meltzer from the Wrestling Observer. But obviously a great match. That's one of my favorites. It's certainly in 2001. We're 6-7 years old at the time. I mean, the peak of my childhood, and certainly a match that I love the show. Someone that's never watched this stuff, and I'm glad it seems like you enjoyed it.
Heck, dude, that was awesome. Do you remember where you were at, like, when you were watching this?
I was probably watching it at my Uncle Tommy's house. That's where we would go. He had a huge TV back in the day. Mm-hmm. It was one of those TVs that was like, if it was 3 foot or 4 foot in the air, it was 17 feet wide.
Yeah,
no flat screen
bricks.
in the games.
Uh-huh.
But we would go there and watch this stuff, and yeah, that's probably where I was.
Damn,
Like I
those are
said,
memories you don't forget.
Like I said, yeah, memories I don't forget, and that's why I like doing this stuff, because I can flash back to when I was a kid and watching this, and they had a Limp Bizkit track that was the theme of throughout the night, the soundtrack to this. So many good memories and good matches, and Alex, I'm glad you were able to watch this. Thank you for humoring me.
Heck yeah,
What'd
man.
you think of your first podcast?
Like you said, it initially, like, the jitters and stuff, it's a little bit odd, but man, like, how cool is it? At some point, we just got to shooting the shit, as we usually do, right? Yeah. So, I mean, we would be doing this regardless. So.
We got to that Swanton bomb.
The Swanton bomb. Yeah, I still probably fucked it up.
That's all right. That's all right, man. We appreciate it. You're always big time here at the Big Time Podcast. Alex Torres, man, episode 1. Thanks a lot, man. We appreciate it.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for having me, man.
And stay big time.
Stay big time.